and welcome to this episode of ESI Africa Insights. Today in studio, I've got Crescent Mushwana. He's head of technical at the IPP Office. Hello, Crescent.
Hello.
Very nice to have you here.
Likewise, thank you.
Okay, so I'm really curious to know, what do you think is likely going to be a trend or development that you see out of the next IPP Office annual overview report?
Yeah, our overview report, of course, we use it to communicate latest developments in terms of what we see in the IPP space, and the next one will be coming end of June. So in the report, one of the key things that I think will be quite different from the previous ones is the current bid programs that we're currently running, which are like in parallel. We have close to around 8,200 megawatts of bid rounds that are in the market, which covers wind and solar PV, battery energy storage, 2 programs for battery energy storage, wind and solar PV program, it's bid window 7. And then we also have got a gas program, which is out in the market, 2,000 gas program, which is out in the market. So an update in terms of those programs will be a key thing. And then additionally, we'll also report on current grid-connected projects, which at the moment is over 6 gigawatts that has been connected to the grid that's currently generating. That will be one aspect that we'll be reporting on. And of course, we have other bid programs that just ran recently, like bid window 5. We have also the risk mitigation program, that ran recently. And from the risk mitigation program, one of the key highlights that I think will come from the program, from the report, will be a report on the solar PV and battery energy storage. That was part of the risk mitigation, which now is in commercial operation, and also to report on how it is performing in terms of what was envisaged in the PPA for that program. So that's one of the key highlights, I think, that will come out of the report.
I'm curious to see how that whole hybridization is working out.
Yeah.
So you mentioned grid constraints. So how have grid constraints affected the IPP Office energy storage bid rounds?
Yeah, the bid, in terms of the bid constraints, there is a report that Eskom always publishes called the Generation Connection Capacity Assessment, the GCCA. So that report basically focuses on renewable energy technologies like wind and solar PV in terms of how they generate into the grid, and then what the impact is in terms of the grid capacity available to integrate those technologies.
Yeah.
However, when you integrate battery energy storage, it is the opposite of those. So battery energy storage will pull from the grid when they are generating at their highest. During the day when the PV is generating, that's when battery energy storage is charging. So in terms of the constraints that we see in terms of the renewable energy plants, wind and solar PV sending power to the grid versus battery energy storage, it is the inverse. So battery energy storage is not restricted by the generation from wind and solar PV in terms of competing for grid capacity. If anything, actually, battery energy storage opens up more grid capacity because it is charging when they are generating. So, and going forward, I mean, our view is there will be a need, and I think Eskom is already looking at it to see how battery energy storage is assisting in terms of opening up more grid capacity for more renewables to be connected. So the battery energy storage program really assists us in terms of making more grid available during those high generation times because it's charging. And additionally, of course, in terms of the battery energy storage program, as part of its design, it provides even other services called ancillary services that are required to operate the power system. So those benefits of battery energy storage in terms of providing capacity, providing the energy, providing the ancillary services that are required to operate the power system are great benefits that really the other programs that we have run to date have not been able to match battery energy storage in terms of the benefits. So battery energy storage does not compete with others. If anything, it helps to even integrate more.
Oh, so what do people need to know about the gas power generation plans? Because you've started now with that first bid window and there are going to be more. So where is this going?
Yeah, with the bid window plans for gas power, of course, we've got a determination to have like 3,000 megawatts of gas. Currently, we are in the market for 2,000. And with the one in the market for 2,000 at the moment, of course, it's all land-based gas, site agnostic, anywhere in the country. However, currently, this was like the first program
Yeah.
that the IPP office is running for gas. And as a result, we're getting a lot of comments from the market in terms of looking at the PPA, in terms of the gas program itself, whether these will work in the market, and also other comments that focus on the technical aspects of the program itself, which will influence the RFP. So at the moment, we're receiving those comments, and we will respond to the market in due course. And our response to the market might, among others, look at maybe relooking at the RFP to make sure that when we take it back again to the market, it will result in a successful program, because our focus is to make sure that the program is successful. So at the moment, the program is out there in the market for the 2000, and we are addressing the comments. And then the next program will be a 1000 megawatts, which will be announced in due course. Yeah, but we, as a viewer from the IPP office, definitely gas for the power system will be like a major player going forward. So we want to make sure that the first program is successful, and then future programs can build on that success.
Okay. Well, I'm very curious to see where that goes. And we'll probably have you in studio again next time.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into ESI Africa Insights, and stay tuned for the next one.